One of the easiest regressions in the game. Add a field bet to feed some other numbers. Let's look at the Skill 66 with a little field bet action. Let's check it out. What's up, everyone? Chris with DJ here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. We are back with another little video, and this one was requested by one of the subscribers to the channel. Put up his request there. It was based off of one of the videos that I put out recently, but he was asking to do a Skill 66 style play with using the field bet, and he added some other stuff in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the field to feed the 4 and 10. Once I get out onto the 4 and 10 with the field, I will not use the field anymore, because basically at that point it's an iron cross, and you guys know how I feel about iron crosses. Not a fan of them, but we'll feed the 4 and 10. We'll get out of the field. If you want to see it run with the field consistently, I can do it, but the field's going to drain you unless people are running field numbers. But before we get into it, again, if you haven't seen the Full Chips podcast from me and Craig, go check it out. Episode 3 dropped this morning. We're enjoying it, so go check it out. I'll put a link to it down below. Anyway, here we go. Skill 66, and I'm going to shoot for the first one. All right, so we're going to need a pass line bet. You want a $10 field bet, and obviously Skill 66 is $10, so we're going to grab a $10 pass line. I'm going to leave the bonus bets alone right now. Normally, if I'm the shooter, I would be playing the bonus bets, but I'm not going to. So shoot the dice here, and let's see if we can get the Skill 66 to work out nicely for us. We got a 6, 4, 10 is our point. 6 and a 4. All right, so we will mark up the 10. Okay. And for this, right, the Skill 66, it's $66 inside. I'm gonna drop out 75 and get 9 change. Okay. You're gonna need it. That's why I'm doing it. 66 inside. I'm not taking odds on my line. Not because I don't want to, just because the line in this point is very like a moot point to me. I'm trying to just work the Skill 66. So we'll leave this up. Okay, and we need a $10 field bet. And make sure I enter that 6410 into the roll tracker. That'd be good, right? All right, here we go. 10 is the point. Got a 415. Okay, so we're gonna lose the field. All right, we're gonna get paid $21 for the 5. We're gonna drop a dollar. Let me pull this in for you. And we're gonna drop a dollar, right? That's why I got the 9 change to bump 22 pressure inside. So now we had 88 inside. Okay. And we need a $10 field bet again. I'm not the best person to be having field bets on more often than not. If I'm hitting them, I'm hitting them, but more often than not, I'm looking for inside numbers. And there's a hard 4-2-2. Perfect. All right, so there's the field bet working. Okay, so now it's going to be $10 for the field bet, right? I'm going to grab the 4 and 10 with it. Instead of the 10, I'll put it down here as odds. Does it really matter? No. But gives me a little bit slightly better of a payout, right? Slightly better of a payout. All right, so that's covered. Could you keep going in the field? Sure. I'll keep working the field until the regression is done. Do I think this is the best? No, but let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. 549, perfect. All right, we're gonna get double pay there, right? We get paid in the field, and we're gonna get paid on the 9, and that will have us out of the hand for the Skill 66, right? So it's gonna be $10 in the field, and then 28 for the 9, right? And now we're gonna drop down the 44 inside. That's the standard Skill 66 progression there. Okay. And with that, I'm going to stop the field bets. If you want to keep them going, you can. But I would stop them at this point. Add the hand on this shooter. Got 64 across basically with a line bet now. There we go. Big fan of the skill 66 if you can get your hits and you're playing relatively low style bankroll and stuff, right? All right, now from here, I'm gonna full press because that's how I like to play. If you want a single unit press, half press, you do what you want. I'm full pressing and then collecting because that's sorry, I entered the six twice. That's what happens when I start talking and forget that I entered a number already. All right, so it's gonna pay 14, right? I'm gonna take this 14 and bump it straight up to 24. Could you go higher? Yeah, if you drop another $4, you go to 30. That's typically probably what I would do, but for this sake, we'll keep it at 24 and we'll keep the shooter going. Midnight, all the dots and all the spots. Well, crap, doesn't matter. Right? This is where, having your field bet still out there would be nice. Because you'd be getting paid triple on my table on that. Even if you're getting paid double still. That's what's nice about the field is that you can get paid those bonuses if you have those numbers available. There's a hard six, a double degen. All right. So that number's pressed up, right, to 24. So that's going to pay us 28. All right. Now, up to you what you want to do with it. You can leave it there. You go full press. Do what you want. I'm going to bump this up to 30 just because I like the number 30 better than I do 24. For betting purposes and whatnot. So I'm gonna bump it up and then we'll move the rest back to the rack. So there's a one press, like a one unit press. Again, I don't typically do those. I typically full press or press up a little bit more, but 24 to 42 is a bit weird. It's not super weird, but it's a bit weird. I like it's cleaner if you go to 30 to 42. So there's a 4-2-6 again, hot on six. Okay. Yeah, you see, this is why I also don't play the field because I know myself when I'm shooting, and I'm looking for 5, 6, 8. Those are my typical numbers with this set. So if you're the shooter, know those things. All right. We collected on the last one. I know we semi-pressed. So I'm gonna go to 60 now. Nickel back to the rack. Go to 42. Go wherever you want. We've hit it enough. I like going to 60. 5, 3, 8. All right. So again, the 8 is going to pay us the same thing the 6 did the first time, right? 14. Okay. Go to 24, or I can show it to you. If you drop $4, drop a nickel for one, right? It's good to 30. That's what I would like to do. Right? If 25 and 5 is 30, so we'll clean this up. Okay. Next one we'll collect on, and then we'll press after that. If we get there, we'll see. 516. Perfect. Beautiful. Lovely. Whatever adjective you want to use there. 516. All right, so that's got 60 on it. It's going to pay us 70. Okay. And that's a collector, right? Because we pressed last time, so we collected on this one. If you want to press it up a little bit, you can. This is what I'm saying. No, I just like to full press, collect, full press, collect. Yes, you do need the repeats for that, though. And there's the Cinco Dos Adios 5-2. But decent run there, 11 rolls, right? But if you take a look at it, and this is why I'm not a fan of playing like the field, especially on myself. If people are throwing field numbers, I'll gladly bet the field as a way to maybe cover other numbers, and then I'll get out of it. Because on somebody like me, right, 11 rolls, I think there was three field numbers total, Well, I guess 4 if you count setting the point of 10. Um, so doesn't really pay, in my opinion, especially when I'm shooting, but it is what it is. All right, here we go. Coming out, looking for a new point. And there's a come out 7, 5, 2. Doesn't matter. Randy's shooting now, right? So we'll go a little quicker. You don't have to worry about shooting. 6, 2, easy 8. All right, so we're going to set up 66 inside, right? And a $10 field. 8 point. 66 inside. Okay, and a $10 field bet. Here we go. 314. Beautiful. All right, so that's going to get us paid on the 4, right? 3 and a 1. Get paid in the field. Okay. So we'll leave the field where it is and we'll grab the 4 with that field bet. Okay. There's a 426. Okay. So this is going to get our skill 66 pressed up. All right. It's going to pay 21. Okay. We'll lose our field bet though. All right. We'll bump this up. We got to drop $1 to make our bets proper. And we'll put $10 back in the field. Here we go. 415. All right, 4 and a 1. So that's going to get us out of the skill 66. All right, it's going to pick 28. Okay, we're going to lose our field. It drops down to 44 inside. And see, this is where the adage of like, if I would have just placed the numbers, it would have been cheaper. So it would have been right if you would have just placed the 4 and 10. But we'll keep going with the field so we get that 10 place, and we'll go from there. 426. If we can ever get the 10 paid. See, this is the issue sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. All right, so 6 is going to pay us 14, right? We'll go up to 24. So we'll take the 2 change, go to 24. And if I'm playing this on the table, this 2 change goes to the dealer for whatever they want. That's how I do it, but see how you want to do it. You need a $10 field bet still. Here we go. There's a 5, 3, 8. Frontline winner on the 8. And I'm not going to play a field bet on the come out, but watch what will happen. All right, can pay 14, right? Again, we'll go to 24, $2 back to the rack. Off on the come out. And we got 549. That was the field number we wanted to hit so we could grab the 10. Okay. Oh, sorry. 9 is the point. I'm already thinking that. All right, field bets back out. Our bets are back out. Here we go. And hard 6, 3, 3. Double degen. Right, so again, going to lose the field. Right, it's going to pay us 28 here. Okay. That's a collect on this one. Again, I would make it 30 just for ease, but keep it there. Ace, there should have been a field bet out there. I'm going to post bet it because I've been doing it this whole time. If it would have been a non-field number, I would have post bet it anyway. So deal with it. If you don't want it, I don't care. Grab the 10. This $10 comes back to the rack. Now we are all the way across, so we're good. I'm out of the field now. Here's where we'll probably see the one field numbers. Of course, the dice no, right? There's a 6-5 yo. There's a 5-3, easy 8. All right, so it's gonna pay us 28. I'm gonna pay 30 for 2 because I have so many whites in around here. All right. And so that's a collect because we pressed in the last one. Ace deuce does nothing for us. 6-5 yo. See, I told you the horns were gonna come. The field numbers. Do I know or do I know? Oh, nobody makes that. Well, there's a 639. Cruise ship will call it a no. DGen's table calls it a 639. So got $10 on it, right? It's gonna pay 14. I'm gonna do 15 for one. Okay. And in this scenario, when I'm pressing, this goes straight to a quarter. I already dropped the dollar out, goes straight to a quarter. Okay. So that's how I do it. But anyway, off on the come out. Here we go. And 437 on the come out doesn't hurt us. We don't care, right? That's why we work the come outs. 325. That's our point. Okay. I'll mark this up. Enter it in the tracker. Here we go. Add ace deuce. Three craps. And there's the 4-3-7 out. All right. So good run there from Randy, right? We made money. We're definitely in profit at this point through the two shooters, right? Which is great. Okay. Here we go. All right. I'm going to shoot again. We're just going to alternate this and let's see what happens. Just have my pass line bet out there. I'll get the 5-2-7 on the come out. It's fine. I'll get the bets out there once we get a point established. But that's gonna be a $10 winner, right? Up to you what you want to do. You can stack it. We'll just rack it. We know we're gonna need it for the field bets later anyway. Plus it covers our pass line bet that we had. There's a 6-1-7 on the come out. Another $10 winner. Rack. 6-2-8. I think they're both off camera, but I'll pull them in and you'll see them. 6 and a deuce. Okay, that's gonna be our point. Right? We're gonna get our 66 inside setup. I'm gonna do the 18 on the 8 just for ease. I know I can put it down here for better, technically a better payout, but just let me rock. All right, just gonna put it up there for ease. $10 field bet. Here we go. And we got a 4-2-6. Okay, so our field bet is going to fall. Right, we're gonna get paid $21 for our 6. Then we're gonna drop out like a dollar. Press. And we're gonna need $10 back in the field. And here we go. And my camera went out. It'll come back, come back, come back. And there she is. She's back. All right. Sometimes, man, these Bluetooth connections like to do what they like to do. I just pressed up the numbers, right? The same thing we've been doing. I just pressed them up. All right, here we go. Dice are out. And we got a 4-1-5. All right. So we're out of the Field 66. Again, right? Me knowing myself, as I said previously, I'm not good for many field numbers usually. So, all right, we're gonna come down to 44 inside now. All right, I'm pulling 8 down and just put it in the odds. And that, right, we need our $10 field bet still. Again, this is why I say just place it. It's a little bit better. So here we go. See if we get some field numbers in here. There's a hard 10, 5-5. All right, so that's going to get us paid in the field. All right, and we're going to use that to place the 4 and the 10. There we go. Again, it cost us more than those bets are technically worth the minute, so just keep that in mind. There's a 6, 4, 10. All right, so back to back on the 10s. So that is going to pay us $18, right? And I'm gonna take it to a quarter. Okay, dollar vig, because I'm on the East Coast, so you pay the dollar vig up front. That goes to the bank. Here we go. 325. All right, so again, same situation here, right? Where we have 15 for one. Okay, there it is. That's going straight to a quarter. Let me clean these up. That's a quarter, and this is also a quarter. Sometimes you can lose track of where the bets are because the red chips stacks. All right, here we go. Ace deuce does nothing for us. And we'll call this one the last shooter. Again, I don't want to make the. I don't like to. You guys know I don't like to make videos super long. That's a 6-4-10. The 4 is up against the wall. It should fall. Yep, it did. I think we've all gotten the premise behind this one, right? All right, so that's 50, right? And then I'm gonna have to drop a dollar to keep the vig still up because we're not pressing that one yet. Like we pressed it last time. We're collecting on this one. But you know, the operations here are nothing crazy. Obviously with more rolls, you'll see more variance and stuff, but um, we'll keep it where it is for now. 325, perfect. All right. So that is going to be a $35 winner. Right. We pressed last time. We're collecting this one. And there's the 437. All right. So that will be the end. Again, if you want to see it with different variations, just let me know. We'll take all this down, right? And we will count out the rest of this. I'm just going to put this over to the side. No need to clean that up yet. All right, bought it for 1,000. Right, there's 500. There's 1,000. So that's our initial buy-in, and here is our profit. Again, 3 shooters, so not too shabby, right? There's 100, 125, 140. There's another 20. So 160. 165, 166 in profit. Look at that. $66, $166 using a skill 66. You can't write this shit. But anyway, I love you all. Don't forget, you all have a little DJ in you. And if you have some other variation of this you want to see, let me know. And I will see you all very, very soon. Peace.